What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Life Outdoors 365. Today we're talking climbing sticks. Stick around to the end so you can see how high I can get with just one stick and one aider. Today I'm talking about my XOP mini sticks that I recently purchased. I've already did a few mods to them. Of course, I done hit them with the camo paint. You can't have a climbing stick without camo paint on it. So I'm going to talk about the pros and cons to these sticks, what I utilize, and a couple mods I've already made that you might even see. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody that's been kind of following along with the channel, all the comments, and just learning from everybody else around the different states, different areas, and stuff like that. The woods has been kind of slow for me here the last few weeks. With all this rain we've had, the woods has been flooded and whatnot, so I haven't really been able to do much scouting, but I plan on changing that here shortly because turkey season is amongst us, and I plan on getting on some of them. But anyways, back to the XOP mini sticks. These are how they come. The great thing about these sticks is they come right out of the box, mounted, bolted, ready to go. And for all you dads out there, that's a plus. Because I just know how much I love putting stuff together, and you probably feel the same way. But they have a nice little stackability to them. They come with single steps that can fold either direction. Now your bottom step is actually how they lock. So you'll take them like that, and they kind of lock in that little bottom bracket and come apart. Nice and easy, lightweight. They, like I said, they can fold either directions. Depends on which way you like to start off first, however you want to look at them. They weigh right at 2 pounds a piece. They're rated for 350 pounds a person. They also come with their own strap. Now these are the cam buckle style straps, so they're not a ratcheting strap. They don't make a bunch of racket, so that's a plus. You just cinch them down and go. First impressions, right out of the box, took it straight to the tree, just kind of randomly threw the strap around it. I was really impressed on how well they bite to the tree. I used them wild steps for the last season or two, and down here where there's a lot of ponds and stuff like that, it was hard to make something like that bite on these trees, but man, I put these suckers on it, put my body weight on it, and it wasn't going anywhere. Now today, I'll be demonstrating these on a southern pine tree, because if they bite on a pine tree, they'll bite on any tree. And that's, anybody that knows, they know. So, but that's just how they come. Today I'll be demonstrating on which aiders I like to use with it. And I like to use these these rock climbing style aider. This is my preference one. It's a 4-step side-by-side aider, and that's what I like. Or I've had this 4-step ladder style, and this one's okay. Don't really care for it a whole lot, but it does work and gets the job done. And you can get these on Amazon or any other store that sells that kind of style. And these are the Nader Swaders that I got from Eastern Outdoors for my Wild Edge steps. And these work great too. You take it, you got a carabiner, you cinch around your foot, you lift up, and you step into it. Just another thing to make you step up the tree more efficiently with less steps and whatnot. But these don't really work too great with sticks, especially these. These seem to have a bigger or a thicker step for them, especially for that hook, so I don't recommend those at all. But those aiders, the rock climbing style, 100%. Now these steps are currently 15 inches from the bottom step to the top step, so it's pretty well comfortable. Now, if you notice, on these other 2 steps, I've taken this one apart, but I made these little cables. Now you can go to any hardware store, Lowe's, whatever. This is a steel cable. It's got a little coating on it, but you can also get you a compression lugs with the tool to compress them or whatnot. And what I did was go to this bottom standoff, take your bolt out, and literally I made me 2 loops on each end, compress them together, Just slide them in like so, put the bolt through it, and that gives me, go ahead and take these apart, and that gives me this loop right here. And this loop is quiet, hangs in there, doesn't get in my way. I did put a little jack on it with a little tiny scale just to see if it would take apart, and it will rip off or rip apart, however you want to call it. And it was at somewhere around like 522 pounds or something like that, which is clearly good enough. So essentially, if I wanted to hang my aider in it with my carabiner, I could go right here, no problem, hands down. But the main goal of this was for my saddle. Now I'll be demonstrating this on my Trophy Line Covert saddle. If you're interested in any kind of information about the Trophy Line Covert, I already did a video on it. Go check it out and learn you some information on it. But it's got all these molly webbing and all these little loops. So my sole purpose was to make that loop so that way I can clip it in to my small carabiner and have it hanging on my saddle. Just so when I climb in a tree, moving around, swinging around, whatever I'm doing, I'm not worried about that stick falling off. Them, you know, them little plastic hooks people come out with and stuff like that, all that's well and good and great. They work good, not knocking it one bit, but I just, a little bit more peace of mind in my opinion with taking a small carabiner. I actually even have a small one. I'm gonna swap these out just so they're not some big bulky carabiner. But I'll take one and hang them on each side of my saddle, have it ready to go. One of them's not going to fall off, because let's face it, in the morning times, you know, you're already kind of at a disadvantage to begin with, obviously, because it's dark. So the last thing you want to be doing is fumbling around and then drop the stick to the ground. So, all right guys, so I decided to move the camera so we can be out the wind a little bit and have a little bit better audio quality. So I made it to the bottom of a tree. I got my sticks, got my strap to come with, and I got my tape measure. I'm gonna hang one stick, get you a measurement from the first stick to the ground. We're gonna go from there. I've already went over the aiders. Already showed you my aider of choice. So here goes nothing. So I'll take my set of sticks, set them on the ground, break them apart nice and easy. I would go ahead and break them down and go ahead and hang them on my saddle, but just for this video purposes, I'm just gonna hang this. Go around the tree, grab the right fall strap, go ahead and put it around the tree. Now if you're just using the cable aider from Eastern Outdoors that you can leave mounted on the thing, this is probably about the height you're going to get. Now if you use the aider like I use, you can go ahead and move it up roughly as high as you can get. Cinch it down. Strap cinch down nice and quiet. As you can see, pine tree, they'll bite on this tree, they'll bite on any tree. You grab that, pull down on it. It's locked in, it's not going anywhere unless you lift up. If you lift up, it'll come up, but we're not going to be lifting up. Now, like I said, this is my aider of choice. I've already got my steps like I like it. Now I could put that into the loops I made of these steel cables, but if you're not too sure about the steel cables, if you make them or not, the good thing about the XOP sticks is they have holes in them, and you can hang your carabiner in there just like that. Obviously these come with a weight rating on it and all that already, so there's no need to be concerned about it. And so yeah, so what I'll do, go ahead and grab my safe line, and real quick, let's get a measurement. I probably could have hung that one a little bit higher. We'll go from the ground to the top step. I'm looking at 82 inches, so almost 7 foot, 2 inches shy from being 7 foot. So that's one stick that weighs 2 pounds, a little simple aider I can keep in my pack, and I'm up 7 foot. So realistically, you guys know, do it 3 times and you get 21 foot. What I'll do, hang my safe line, go ahead and get your foot into the aider. When you're climbing these aiders, you want to dig your toes kind of into the tree and pull yourself. As you pull yourself, you can move up if you want. But you want a smooth transaction, just kind of leaving your toes digging into the tree like so. You can carry your belt up with you as you go if you'd like. Step up just like that. As you can see, the stick did not move. And I'm not going anywhere. So just like that, one stick that weighs 2 pounds, a simple little aider that I can clip into the step, and I'm 7 foot off the ground. Now, my only complaint about these sticks right out of the box is the single step on the top. I prefer more of a double step, which I actually already have on order from Eastern Outdoors, and I will be mounting the Dano double sticks on top. And the reason being is when I go to hang my next step, if you leave them like this, you're kind of stuck in this position. I mean, you could theoretically just step up one-legged right here and kind of hold it, but it's kind of uncomfortable. If I had the Dano double step on there already, I'd be sitting here nice and comfy, hanging my next step. So that's what I'll be doing. And like I said, again, that's more of just a preference thing. But it'll be easier hanging too. Now coming back down is just as simple. When you go down, you want to stick your foot in there, kind of find your aider. You can move it out to the side if you like, but then dig your toes into it. Now I'm doing these in my lacrosse snake boots. So you're wearing, see, just like so. If you're wearing regular hiking boots, like you're in the Midwest or something, or depending on what time of year you're in, you're not really worried about snakes. Getting in this aider, digging a tree, should not be a problem at all. If I can do it in these water boots, you dang sure I can do it in a set of hiking boots. So that was a little bit of a slow motion type deal. Now I want to show you kind of real time how I'd be climbing the tree. So I'd have my stick on the tree, aider in the tree. I find my foot into it, boom. Boom, just like that. 7 foot, one move, one little aider. And I'm good to go. Now realistically, I feel with just this style setup, I feel you could probably get by with just 2 sticks. Last year I seem to have most of my hunts, especially early season here in South Carolina, the underbrush here, depends on where you're at, it's a little thick. So once you're past that 15-foot range anyway, you're taking away a lot from your shots, unless you're just kind of like an open acorn flat or something like that. But usually you end up in some thickets and stuff like that. So I feel you can get by with 2. I'm not understanding the concept of getting 30 foot up in a tree. That seems to be the common question. Once again, it's how high, how high, how high. And if you're playing to win and you're doing what you're supposed to, 2 sticks will definitely be enough. At least that's just my opinion. And as you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion. So once again, kind of find your aider if you want. Just kind of stick your toe in there like so. That was playing a trick on me. Just dig into the tree. Safe line. Anytime you're coming down, you want to be extra careful anyway. So, guys, there you have it. 1 stick, 1 aider, 7 foot. I'm 5'9". If you're taller than that, obviously you can get taller than that. I could probably maybe get another 6 inches out of it if I wanted to, but realistically, I'm going to be making some changes anyway, so that little few inches ain't going to matter. Really don't have too many complaints about them. Obviously, I haven't got to hunt on them yet. XOP makes good stuff. Everybody knows that. Part of the Lone Wolf, all that good stuff. I plan on I'm working on a little modification to my perch now, and trying to make a platform to go on this stick for all you DIY guys. Other than that, I kind of got my eyes set on that new XOP saddle platform called Edge. So, and that's probably what I'm going to be going with. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. If there's any questions, you guys leave a comment down below. Also, let me know, especially if you're in my state, I really want to know what's kind of going on around the area, what you guys are seeing in the woods, sheds, scouting. We'll see you back at the next video.